Have you ever wondered what separates ordinary people from visionaries who transform the world? Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba, started with no resources and faced countless rejections. But he discovered how to unlock his potential and achieve the success he always deserved. In this video, we will reveal the secrets behind this inspiring journey and show you how you too can unleash all your inner power. I now leave you with the words of Jack Ma in a speech. When I started Alibaba, I was just an English teacher in Hangzhou. No one imagined that one day I would be here, standing before you. I was rejected by universities, turned down for jobs. Even KFC said no to me. But each no was a lesson. Each rejection gave me the strength to dream even bigger. In the end, what really matters is not how many times you fall, but how many times you get up and keep dreaming. Today, I want to talk about the power of dreaming big and how it can transform not only your life, but also the lives of those around you. Success doesn't depend on how smart you are or how good your idea is, but on the greatness of your dream and the courage to persist when everyone says you won't make it. Throughout my journey, I realized that dreaming big is like planting a seed. You need to nurture it, water it with hard work, and protect it from the storms of doubt and criticism. And the most interesting thing is that when you start dreaming big, you're not just dreaming for yourself. You inspire others, showing them what's possible, and that changes everything. I remember when I started Alibaba, people looked at me as if I were out of touch with reality. They said, "Jack, you're in a country that doesn't even trust online shopping. How do you think this is going to work?" But that's the point of dreaming big. Seeing what no one else sees, believing in the invisible. And yes, it's about being a bit stubborn, or as they say, persistent to the point of madness. Growing up in an environment where you're constantly underestimated can be a blessing in disguise. I was rejected more times than I can count. Jobs, universities, even at KFC, which hired 23 people and left me out. Each closed door reminded me that if I didn't dream big, no one would dream for me. I knew that to build something that had never been done before, I needed to think in an unprecedented way. But let's be honest, dreaming big isn't for the faint of heart. It's not a slogan or a fleeting motivation. It's a daily commitment. It's waking up every morning, looking at a distant horizon, and telling yourself, "I will get there no matter what happens." Sometimes, the only thing you have is your vision. The world will give you every reason to give up, but your big dream is what keeps you standing. I know that you, who are watching me at this very moment, carry a big dream in your heart. I want you to share that dream in the comments right now. By doing so, you not only reinforce your determination before the universe, but also take the first step toward its realization. If you can't even write down what you desire, how do you expect to make it a reality? Now that you've declared your dream, get ready to be inspired by the words of Jack Ma. There's something about dreaming big that many forget. It's not just about you. When I started Alibaba, it wasn't just my dream. I wanted to create something that could empower millions of small businesses, giving them the opportunity to compete in a world where they normally wouldn't have a voice. A big dream needs to be larger than your own life. It has to inspire and move others, make you wake up knowing that you're building something that truly matters. I believe that the courage to dream big comes from understanding that failure is part of the process. Every mistake, every fall is an opportunity to learn and grow. Many people are so afraid of failing that they don't even try, but I've always seen failure as a tool. If you're not failing, you're not pushing yourself enough. And if you're not pushing yourself enough, you're definitely not dreaming big enough. So why dream big? Because it's the only way to make a real difference. The world doesn't need more people following the status quo. It needs innovators, dreamers, people willing to take risks. When you dream big, you open doors not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. And that's when the magic happens. When a big dream becomes a catalyst for change, you realize that the true journey isn't just about reaching the goal, but about who you become along the way. Now, let me tell you a story. It was 2002, and I was at a point in my life where everything seemed stagnant. I was confused and didn't know which direction to take with Alibaba. Then, a friend introduced me to the movie Forrest Gump. I confess that at first, I thought it was just another film, but it taught me one of the most valuable lessons I carry to this day. Forrest Gump is one of those characters who, at first glance, everyone underestimates. People think he's naive, even foolish. But you know what makes him special? He's persistent. He does things so simply and directly that you start to wonder if life needs to be so complicated. When Forrest decided to run, he simply ran. He didn't care what people thought or said. He just did what he believed was right, and life rewarded him in unexpected ways. I remember especially when Forrest says, "Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get." That phrase stuck with me. At the time, I was trying to plan every detail, predict the future. But the truth is, in life and in business, you can't predict everything. And that's where the beauty lies. You need to open yourself to opportunities. Let yourself be carried by chance and be willing to adapt. Another lesson I took from the movie is about authenticity. Forrest never tried to be someone he wasn't. He followed his own path, did things his own way. I realized that this is what I needed to do with Alibaba. I didn't need to copy someone else's business model or follow what everyone said was the right path. I needed to find my own way, even if it was the least conventional, even if people didn't understand. First, what Forrest Gump taught me is that it's not intelligence or cleverness that leads to success. It's determination. It's the ability to keep going when everyone else would give up. It's about having faith, not necessarily in something grand or supernatural, but faith in the process, in hard work, in the idea that if you keep running, sooner or later you will reach somewhere. And that place, whatever it is, will be exactly where you're supposed to be. And finally, the most important thing that Forrest showed me was the beauty of simplicity. In a world where everyone complicates things, trying to impress with big words and outrageous plans, sometimes all you need to do is keep running and doing your best every day. Not because you're seeking recognition, but because you believe it's the right thing to do. This is one of the secrets to dreaming big. Knowing that, in the end, it's the simple and consistent effort that makes all the difference. Dreaming big is not something you do alone. If there's one thing I've learned over all these years, it's that your environment matters a lot. When I started Alibaba, it was just me and 17 other people in a small apartment. We weren't the smartest or the most experienced, but we shared a vision, a passion, and that made all the difference. No matter how talented you are, if you're surrounded by people who only bring negativity, who only point out problems without ever suggesting solutions, they will bring you down. We need people who believe in us, who push us forward, who inspire us to be better. I once heard someone say that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. I don't know if that's true, but it makes you think, doesn't it? I was lucky to have people by my side who believed in me when no one else did. Even when Alibaba wasn't generating a single cent in revenue, working hard day after day, they saw something that I also saw, a future where small businesses could compete on equal footing with large corporations. This kind of shared belief is powerful. It's what keeps you moving when things get tough. Many people talk about networking as if it's just about knowing influential people. For me, it's more than that. It's about finding those who share your vision and who are willing to walk alongside you, even when the path is uncertain. Because when you have that kind of people around you, the journey becomes much more meaningful. And of course, I'm not saying you should only surround yourself with people who agree with you. No, you need people who challenge you, who question your ideas, who make you see things from a different perspective, but always with a positive intention, always wanting to see you grow. These are the people who help you dream big and turn those dreams into reality. So, what do? You actively seek out these people. You build relationships not out of interest, but out of purpose. You create an environment where big dreams can flourish, where you can fail and get up, learn and grow. And believe me, this is one of the keys to turning big dreams into something tangible. You know, I've failed a lot in my life. In fact, failure has been a constant for me. When I was young, I tried to get into university 3 times and was rejected each time. I applied for jobs in 30 different places and was rejected 30 times. Even KFC rejected me when it came to China. Out of 24 candidates, 23 were accepted, and I was the only one rejected. I could have given up, and I confess that many times I felt like doing so. But I knew that to dream big, I had to persist. Persistence is a curious thing, isn't it? Sometimes it feels like the world is telling you to stop and give up. But that's exactly when you need to keep going. Believe me, every rejection, every no you receive is a disguised lesson. It's a reminder that the path to success is not easy. And if it were easy, everyone would do it. The real magic happens when you use those failures as fuel, as motivation to move forward and prove them wrong. I like to remember the story of Forrest Gump, that character whom many thought was naive, but who, through his persistence, achieved incredible things. He kept running when everyone expected him to stop. He never gave up, no matter how tough things got. This inspires me because, in a way, we all have a Forrest Gump inside us. We can choose to keep running, even when there seems to be no finish line in sight. And you know what the most interesting thing about failure is? It teaches humility, shows you that you're not perfect, that you still have much to learn. Every time I failed, I learned something new. I learned to be more resilient, to adapt, to find solutions where there seemed to be none. That's how I built Alibaba. It wasn't a success overnight. It was a series of small failures and great lessons. So, when you encounter failure, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this to become better? And above all, don't give up. Because dreaming big requires a dose of persistence that many people aren't willing to have. And it's this persistence that makes all the difference in the end. For example, Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before finally inventing the electric light bulb. When asked about his numerous failures, he said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Each attempt was a lesson that brought him closer to success. He used every mistake as a step, not as an obstacle. Another example is J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter. She faced rejection after rejection from various publishers. Her work was refused countless times, but she didn't give up. Instead, she used those rejections as motivation to keep improving her manuscript. Today, her book series is a global phenomenon, inspiring millions of readers. Think also of Michael Jordan, considered one of the greatest basketball players of all time. He was cut from his high school basketball team. Instead of giving up, he trained even harder, using that experience as fuel to surpass himself. He said, "I failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination and having no good ideas. Before creating Disneyland, he faced bankruptcy and numerous rejections. But he believed in his vision and persisted, building an entertainment empire that continues to enchant people of all ages. These examples show that failure is not the end, but an essential part of the path to success. Every obstacle is a disguised opportunity, a chance to learn something new, to adjust your approach, and to strengthen your determination. So, when you face difficulties, remember these stories. Ask yourself, how can I turn this challenge into a lesson? In what way can this make me stronger? And above all, don't give up. Because dreaming big requires a persistence that few are willing to have. But it is precisely this persistence that differentiates those who achieve their dreams from those who only dream. It is the determination to keep moving forward, even when the path is difficult, that eventually leads to success. Having a clear vision of what you want to achieve is like holding a map in your hands. When I started Alibaba, I had no money, no sophisticated business plan, and honestly, I didn't know exactly how we would make it happen. But I had a vision. I knew where I wanted to go. I wanted to create a platform that connects small businesses to the world in a simple yet powerful way. Having this clarity gave me direction in moments of doubt. When everything seemed impossible, I always returned to that vision. It was my guiding star. Life will give you many reasons to give up, to stray from the path. There will be obstacles, criticism, and failures. But if you have a clear vision, something worth fighting for, you will find the strength to continue. Vision is not just about knowing where you want to go, but also about understanding the purpose behind it. Why do you want to achieve this goal? What does it mean to you and to others? In my case, I wanted to create opportunities for small businesses to compete in the global market. I wanted to level the playing field, And this greater purpose gave me a sense of responsibility that went beyond myself. Having this clear vision also helped me communicate my ideas to others. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. When you have a defined vision and are passionate about it, you can inspire others to join your journey. I was able to attract an incredibly talented team to Alibaba because they shared this vision, this big dream. So my advice to you is find your vision. It doesn't need to be something grand at the beginning, but it has to be clear and meaningful to you. Because when things get tough, and believe me, they will, it is this vision that will keep you on the right path. As an entrepreneur, always ask yourself 3 things: what you have, what you want, and what you are willing to sacrifice. What do you have? It may not be much in material terms, but you have a dream, a belief, a team, and I believe we have time to work hard. And what do you want? You need to ask what the customer wants. What is society's problem? What are your customers' needs? And what does your team want to achieve? And what are you willing to give up? If you're not willing to give up anything, you won't gain anything. Many business people never learn to focus. If you're starting out, learn to focus on one thing. It's like there are 9 rabbits in the field. If you want to catch one rabbit, don't switch rabbits, change yourself. If you keep changing, in the end, you won't catch any. When I started Alibaba, I wasn't thinking about building a great empire. My focus was simply to solve problems. From the beginning, I knew that if we could solve people's problems, we would be successful. That's why I always say that the customer is the most important. If you put the customer at the center of everything you do, your company will have a clear purpose and a path for the future. But we cannot forget a fundamental part of this equation: the employees. If customers are the reason we exist, employees are the force that drives us. They're on the front lines, interacting with customers. And if they are not working in a healthy environment, it will reflect in customer service. I have always believed that a happy and motivated employee will create a positive experience for the customer, which in turn makes the company healthy and promising. It is crucial to create an environment where employees feel valued and respected. This means giving them space to grow, to learn, and above all, to contribute their ideas. At Alibaba, we always encourage creativity and innovation because I believe that the best solutions to customer problems come from within the team. When you give autonomy to your employees, they feel part of the company's mission, and that makes all the difference. Solving problems is not just about the product or service you offer, but about understanding your customers' needs. It's about listening, adapting, and being willing to change whatever is necessary to meet their expectations. When you have an engaged team and a clear goal to solve people's problems, your company not only survives, but thrives. This is the secret to building a sustainable business in the long term. Finally, I have always kept in mind that a company's success is a direct reflection of the value it delivers. If you focus on providing real and meaningful solutions to your customers, they will keep coming back. And when your employees are aligned with this vision, working in an environment that inspires them to give their best, you create a culture of excellence. This is how you build a solid future and a company that makes a difference. That is what I wanted to share with you today. Thank you and good luck to everyone. In a world where success is often measured by wealth and power, few individuals embody a different path. Much like Jack Ma, the co-founder of Alibaba and one of the most influential entrepreneurs in the world. Ma's journey is not just about building a business empire, but about dreaming big, persevering in the face of failure, and making a positive impact on society. His teachings resonate with a timeless truth. Success is more than just financial gain. It's about having a vision, a purpose, and the courage to pursue it. Jack Ma draws inspiration from unlikely sources, such as the movie Forrest Gump, reminding us that simplicity and persistence can be the keys to extraordinary achievements. His advice to young entrepreneurs is to focus on learning and growth rather than immediate rewards. In this context, you will discover how Ma's positive and optimistic approach to the future, even in difficult times, opens up a world of opportunities. He teaches us that it is in the darkest moments that we often find the greatest chances for innovation and growth. But Ma doesn't stop there. His emphasis on fundamental values, such as serving customers and building a strong corporate culture, defines a model of success that goes beyond financial results. His unwavering belief in resilience and persistence shows us that failure is not an obstacle, but a stepping stone to greater things. As we delve deeper into his thoughts on social impact, you will see how he views businesses as forces for good, shaping a world where profit and purpose coexist. Jack Ma embodies the concept of dreaming big. He was not born rich or privileged. He faced numerous rejections and failures, from being turned down by Harvard 10 times to struggling to get a job at KFC. But he always maintained a vision that extended beyond his immediate circumstances. For Jack Ma, dreaming big is not about empty positive thinking, but about having a clear vision and the resilience to pursue it despite setbacks. His story challenges us to rethink our limitations and encourages us to set audacious goals, even if they seem out of reach at first glance. A striking example is how Jack Ma envisioned Alibaba as a global giant in e-commerce when the internet was still in its infancy in China. People thought he was crazy, but he dared to imagine a future where small businesses could compete on a global scale through the internet. His belief in this vision, combined with tireless effort, transformed Alibaba into one of the most successful companies in the world. This teaches us that dreaming big involves not only imagining a better future, but actively working to achieve it with determination and conviction. In dreaming big, Jack Ma also emphasizes the importance of aligning your dreams with a greater purpose. He didn't just want to build a company. He wanted to create an ecosystem that empowered entrepreneurs and improved lives. This sense of purpose fueled his journey and provided the necessary motivation to overcome countless challenges. The real question is, are you dreaming big enough to drive change for yourself and others? Jack Ma often refers to the movie Forrest Gump as a source of inspiration. He admires Forrest's simplicity and persistence and the way he approaches life with an optimistic mindset. Forrest Gump's mantra, "Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get," reminds us that life is full of surprises and unexpected opportunities. Jack Ma's approach to entrepreneurship deeply resonates with the story of Forrest Gump, especially in a world full of unpredictability and change. Just as Forrest embraced life's uncertainties with a positive outlook, Ma believes in facing the unknown with optimism. This attitude helped him navigate the volatile waters of the business world, turning obstacles into opportunities. In the Army, Forrest befriends Bubba, who shares with him the dream of entering the shrimp business. After Bubba's death in the Vietnam War, Forrest honors the promise he made to his friend and founds the Bubba Gump Shrimp Company. This action demonstrates the importance of loyalty and keeping commitments, even in the face of adversity. Jack Ma values this loyalty and sees it as an example of how genuine relationships and fulfilled promises can lead to unexpected success. While recovering from an injury, Forrest discovers ping pong and dedicates himself wholeheartedly to the sport. He practices incessantly, becoming so skilled that he is invited to represent the United States in international competitions. This exemplifies how dedication and constant practice can lead to excellence, even in completely new areas. Jack Ma could relate this to the idea that success comes from continuous effort and the willingness to learn new skills. After being saved by Forrest in Vietnam, despite wanting to die in combat, Lieutenant Dan goes through a period of bitterness and depression. Forrest takes him in and offers a partnership in his shrimp business. Eventually, Lieutenant Dan finds purpose and peace, showing how altruistic actions and persistence in helping others can have profound impacts on the lives of those around us. Jack Ma sees here the importance of supporting and uplifting those who are in difficulties. Without a clear goal, Forrest begins to run and crosses the United States several times. Unintentionally, he becomes an inspiring figure, and people start following him, seeking meaning in their own lives. This demonstrates how following your own path with authenticity can inspire others. Jack Ma can see in this act the importance of leading by example and how genuine passion can mobilize people. So, how can adopting an attitude similar to Forrest Gump's change your approach to life's challenges? Jack Ma often refers to the movie as a fundamental source of inspiration in his life and career. The protagonist embodies qualities that deeply resonate with Ma's philosophy: simplicity, unwavering persistence, and an optimistic vision of life. In a speech, he mentioned how Forrest's mantra, "Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get," encapsulates life's unpredictability. To him, this represents the essence of entrepreneurship, facing the unknown with admiration and acceptance. In the business world, unpredictability is constant. Markets change, technologies evolve, and competitors emerge out of nowhere. Jack Ma learns from Forrest Gump that instead of fearing the unknown, we should embrace it. Forrest, with his childlike innocence, never questioned what was happening along his path. He simply adapted and moved forward. This is a powerful reminder that sometimes overthinking can be more of an obstacle than a help. By keeping an open mind and being willing to take risks, we create the potential for unexpected success. Forrest's achievements in the movie, running across the country, starting a shrimp business, and even becoming a ping pong champion, were not the result of strategic planning or exceptional intelligence. Instead, they came from his pure determination and persistence. Jack Ma often emphasizes that success is not about being the smartest person in the room. It's about showing up, doing the work, and not giving up when things get tough. Forrest didn't set off with a grand plan. He just kept running, and opportunities presented themselves along the way. There is also a profound simplicity in Forrest's approach to life that Jack Ma finds inspiring. In an era where complexity is often confused with sophistication, Ma encourages entrepreneurs to adopt a more straightforward mindset. Forrest didn't get bogged down analyzing every situation. He faced life as it came, dealt with challenges one step at a time, and stayed true to his values. This type of simplicity is not only refreshing, but can be incredibly effective in cutting through the noise and focusing on what truly matters. Another aspect that resonates with Jack Ma is Forrest's authenticity. Throughout the movie, Forrest remains unabashedly himself, regardless of how others perceive him. He doesn't try to fit into the mold that society expects of him, and this authenticity is what makes him beloved by others. In a world where many are trying to imitate success by copying others, Jack Ma believes in the power of being authentic and true to oneself. It is this genuineness that can often set you apart and attract people to you, whether in personal relationships or in business. Ultimately, Forrest Gump teaches us that success comes in many forms and often doesn't look the way we expect. Jack Ma uses Forrest's story as a reminder that life isn't always about having the perfect strategy or plan. Sometimes it's about embracing the journey with an open heart, taking things one step at a time, and being willing to learn and grow along the way. So, how can you channel a bit of Forrest Gump's spirit into your own life and career to find unexpected opportunities? Jack Ma is known for his empowering messages for young people and budding entrepreneurs. He often emphasizes that the early stages of someone's career should be about learning, not about earning. By adopting an attitude of continuous learning and being open to the experiences life offers, you position yourself where growth is inevitable. Embracing simplicity, being persistent, and remaining authentic can transform not only your career, but also your perspective on life. Jack Ma encourages us to embrace uncertainties, just as Forrest did, and to see each challenge as a disguised opportunity. In the end, it's not about how fast you run, but about not stopping running. It's about keeping your focus on your goals, even when the path is unclear. As Forrest Gump showed and Jack Ma reinforces, the combination of determination, simplicity, and authenticity can take you to places you never imagined. So, the next time you face an obstacle or feel lost, ask yourself, how would Forrest Gump handle this? Perhaps the answer is as simple as continuing forward, one step at a time, with an open heart and a mind willing to embrace the unknown. Jack Ma is known for his inspiring and empowering messages, especially for young people and entrepreneurs at the start of their careers. He often emphasizes that the early stages of a career should be dedicated to learning, not to immediate financial gain. By prioritizing personal and professional growth, you build a solid foundation for future success. In a world where success is often measured by wealth and power, Jack Ma reminds us that true success comes from having a vision, a purpose, and the courage to pursue it. Just like Forrest Gump, he shows us that with determination and authenticity, we can achieve extraordinary things, even when the path is uncertain. Jack Ma advises young people to find a good mentor, not necessarily a good job. He believes that a boss who can inspire and teach is much more valuable than a well-paid position. This perspective shifts the focus from immediate financial gain to long-term growth and development, establishing the foundation for a successful career. Ma's approach encourages young professionals to join small companies, where they can learn and grow in a more hands-on environment. In large corporations, roles can be rigid and specialized, limiting the scope of learning. In smaller companies, however, there is usually more room to explore different aspects of the business and develop a diverse set of skills. This is comparable to the experience of being a generalist in a world that often pressures for specialization, acquiring a broad set of competencies that will serve as a toolkit for future ventures. For those in their 20s and 30s, Jack Ma suggests focusing on following a good leader, rather than being obsessed with the company itself. A good leader can teach valuable lessons about work ethic, decision-making, and resilience. It is mentorship and a culture of learning that matter most. Ma himself attributes much of his success to the mentors he had early in his career, who helped him understand the nuances of leadership and business strategy. He believes that learning these skills is crucial at this stage of life. As we move into our 30s and 40s, Ma advises focusing on enhancing and refining your strengths. This is the time to leverage the skills and knowledge you have acquired and start building something of your own. He emphasizes the importance of being bold and taking risks during this phase. It is a period of action where the experiences and lessons learned in the early stages of your career come into play. Ma's journey with Alibaba began at this stage, when he took a leap of faith and pursued his vision of creating an internet empire. Reaching your 50s, Jack Ma's advice shifts to focusing on empowering others, especially the younger generation. At this time, you have accumulated a wealth of experience and knowledge that can be passed on. This is the stage where giving back and contributing to the growth of others becomes paramount. It is a shift from being an executor to being a mentor and a guide, helping others find their paths and realize their dreams. Ma exemplifies this in his later career, dedicating his efforts to education and philanthropy. Ma's perspective on the different stages of a career serves as a reminder that there is no one-size-fits-all approach to success. Each phase comes with its own set of opportunities and challenges, and understanding this can help individuals make more informed decisions about their professional paths. It is about embracing each stage, learning as much as possible, and preparing for the next phase with an open mind. So, what stage are you in, and how can Jack Ma's insights help you navigate more effectively? Jack Ma is known for his unwavering optimism, even in the face of adversity. He believes that tough times are a natural part of life and business, and instead of being discouraged by them, we should view them as opportunities for growth and innovation. According to Ma, it is during these challenging periods that we have the chance to develop resilience, creativity, and a solution-focused mindset rather than one centered on problems. This positive approach is a driving force behind his success and the success of Alibaba. In his speeches, Ma frequently emphasizes that each period of difficulty is accompanied by a wave of opportunities. He highlights that some of the world's most successful companies were founded during economic crises or turbulent times. This perspective is based on the idea that when times are tough, people are forced to think outside the box, innovate, and adapt in ways they wouldn't have considered during more stable periods. For Ma, the true potential lies here, in the ability to see beyond immediate challenges and find hidden possibilities. Ma's optimism is not just about maintaining a positive attitude, but also about taking proactive steps to turn challenges into opportunities. He encourages individuals and companies to adopt a forward-looking approach, seeking ways to improve and evolve rather than fixating on what went wrong. This mindset has been the cornerstone of Alibaba's growth. For example, during the global financial crisis of 2008, while many companies were shrinking, Alibaba invested in new projects and technologies, positioning itself for growth when the economy recovered. This decision proved to be wise, as the company emerged even stronger. Ma believes that adversity can be a catalyst for innovation, provided we are willing to face challenges with courage and creativity. In summary, Jack Ma's vision is that tough times are not obstacles but stepping stones to something greater. They force us out of our comfort zones, compel us to rethink strategies, and develop new skills. By adopting this mindset, we can not only overcome difficulties but also emerge from them stronger and better prepared for the future. So, how can you apply this approach in your own life or business? It might be time to reassess the challenges you face, not as insurmountable barriers, but as disguised opportunities. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? How can I innovate and grow from it? By doing so, you will be following in the footsteps of leaders like Jack Ma, who see challenges not as an end, but as a beginning for something even greater. When facing regulatory challenges, fierce competition, or market changes, Jack Ma and his team turn these obstacles into opportunities for innovation and growth instead of viewing them as setbacks. Ma highlights the importance of maintaining a positive perspective, not only for personal growth, but also for the impact it has on those around you. Leaders who remain optimistic and composed during tough times inspire confidence and resilience in their teams. They create an environment where challenges are seen as collective problems to be solved, not as insurmountable barriers. This leadership fosters a culture of collaboration and mutual support, crucial for navigating the ups and downs of business and life. Moreover, Ma's optimism extends to his vision of the future. He frequently discusses the rapid pace of technological advancements and the unprecedented opportunities they bring. Instead of fearing automation, artificial intelligence, or other emerging technologies, Ma encourages their adoption as tools that can enhance human capabilities and create new possibilities. His vision is of an abundant future, where challenges like unemployment are addressed with innovative thinking and a positive mindset. Ultimately, Jack Ma's approach teaches us that optimism is not about ignoring reality or avoiding difficulties. It is about recognizing challenges, facing them head-on, and believing in the possibility of a better future. This belief fuels action and drives the kind of change that turns obstacles into stepping stones. So, how can you shift your mindset to see opportunities where others see only problems? And how can this perspective alter the trajectory of your own journey? Jack Ma's business philosophy is deeply rooted in a set of fundamental values that have guided him throughout his career. At the heart of his success is the principle of putting the customer first. Ma often says that customers are the most important aspect of any business. For him, a company's goal is not just to make money, but to create value for its customers. By focusing on customers' needs and how to solve their problems, a company can grow and thrive naturally. This customer-centric approach was a key factor in Alibaba's rise to global prominence, creating a strong corporate culture. Another fundamental value that Ma emphasizes is organizational culture. He believes that a company's culture should be built around a vision and values that unite employees. For Ma, Alibaba's culture is what sets it apart from its competitors. It involves fostering a sense of community where everyone works towards a common goal, cultivating an environment where employees are encouraged to take risks, think creatively, and collaborate. Ma's leadership style promotes openness and inclusion, making Alibaba not just a workplace, but a place of belonging. Education is also a central value in Ma's philosophy. He deeply believes in the power of education to transform lives and societies, inspired by his own experiences as a teacher before entering the business world. Ma brought this value into his business ventures, emphasizing the importance of continuous learning and personal development. In his view, education is not limited to formal schooling. It is a lifelong commitment to learning new skills, acquiring knowledge, and broadening horizons. This mindset of continuous growth is something he encourages in all his employees. Jack Ma's commitment to these fundamental values has been a guiding force in every decision he makes. For example, in Alibaba's early days, when they faced significant competition challenges, His focus remained on customer service and building a strong corporate culture, which helped them persevere. But he refused to compromise these values, even when it would have been easier or more profitable in the short term. This unwavering dedication to his principles proves his belief that success is not just about financial gain, but about building something meaningful and lasting. Furthermore, Ma's values extend beyond his own company. He envisions a future where businesses play a vital role in improving society, including initiatives to support small and medium-sized enterprises, promote sustainable business practices, and invest in education. By leveraging the power of business to drive positive change, Ma hopes to create a world where companies are not just profit-driven entities, but agents of social good. This broader perspective on the role of business is what sets him apart as a leader and visionary. In essence, Jack Ma's values serve as a model for creating a business that is not only successful, but also impactful. They remind us that true success comes from serving others, building a strong and inclusive culture, and committing to continuous learning and improvement. So, how can you integrate these values into your own life or business to create a foundation for sustainable success? Jack Ma's life story is a living testament to the power of resilience and persistence. Before founding Alibaba, he faced a series of rejections and failures that would have discouraged most people. He was rejected from dozens of jobs, including one at KFC, and received 10 rejection letters from Harvard University. These setbacks could have crushed his dreams, but for Ma, they were stepping stones on the path to success. He often emphasizes that failure is an inevitable part of the growth process. For him, the secret is not to avoid failure, but to learn from it and move forward. In the business world, rejections and failures are part of the journey, but Jack Ma believes that how you respond to these challenges determines your potential for success. Instead of viewing failure as a dead end, he sees it as an opportunity for learning and growth. Every rejection he faced taught him valuable lessons about perseverance, humility, and the importance of maintaining a positive attitude. This mindset of turning failures into opportunities allowed him to build Alibaba into a global powerhouse. It serves as a reminder that every setback carries the seeds of future success, provided it is approached with the right attitude. Jack Ma's emphasis on resilience is also reflected in the way he leads his company and inspires his employees. In a rapidly evolving technological and business world, setbacks are inevitable. For Ma, it is the ability to recover and adapt that separates successful companies from the rest. He encourages his team to embrace challenges and see them as opportunities for innovation and growth, rather than obstacles to be feared. For Ma, persistence means having a long-term vision and being willing to work hard to achieve it. He always highlights the importance of setting a clear goal and staying committed to it, no matter how many times you stumble along the way. In Alibaba's early years, there were countless moments when it seemed the company would not survive. But Ma's unwavering commitment to his vision kept him and his team persevering, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. This determination is an essential component of his success. Resilience and persistence also mean maintaining faith in yourself and your vision. Ma's journey demonstrates that believing in your mission, even when others doubt it, is crucial. Often, the people around him questioned his ideas and abilities, but he never allowed those doubts to shake his confidence. Instead, he used them as motivation to prove that his vision was not only possible, but achievable. This inner strength is what enabled him to keep moving forward, regardless of the obstacles in his path. One of the key areas where Jack Ma has made an impact is in supporting small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs. He recognizes that SMEs are the backbone of the economy and that empowering them can lead to social advancements and economic development. Alibaba has provided a platform for millions of small businesses to reach the global market, democratizing commerce in a way that lifted many out of poverty. This initiative not only transformed the business landscape, but also created new opportunities for individuals and communities around the world. Education is another area close to Jack Ma's heart. As a former teacher, he understands the transformative power of education and its role in building a better future. Ma has invested in numerous educational initiatives, both through Alibaba and his personal foundation, aiming to improve access to quality education, especially in rural areas. He believes that education is the key to addressing many of the world's challenges, from inequality to environmental issues. By equipping the next generation with the knowledge and skills they need, he hopes to create a more inclusive world and a sustainable future. In addition to these efforts, Jack Ma has been a fervent advocate for the adoption of sustainable practices by companies. He is a strong supporter of environmental conservation and has urged companies to take responsibility for their ecological footprint. Under his leadership, Alibaba has implemented several initiatives to promote sustainability, from reducing carbon emissions to supporting eco-friendly products. Ma's vision is of a world where economic growth and environmental sustainability walk side by side, ensuring that today's progress does not compromise tomorrow's resources. Furthermore, Ma's approach to social impact extends to his leadership philosophy. He believes that leaders have the duty not only to guide their companies toward success, but also to inspire and promote positive changes in society. This involves leading by example, demonstrating compassion, and being willing to tackle difficult issues. Ma's leadership style goes beyond achieving business goals. It's about creating a legacy that benefits the greater good. This holistic vision of success is what differentiates Jack Ma as a leader who truly cares about making a difference. His commitment to social impact serves as a powerful reminder that business and social responsibility can go hand in hand. His approach challenges us to think beyond profits and consider how our actions, whether in business or in everyday life, can contribute to the betterment of society. So, how can you incorporate a sense of social responsibility into your own activities and make a positive impact in your community? Jack Ma's teachings remind us that success is not a straight path. It is a journey filled with dreams, challenges, and opportunities for growth. By embracing failure as a learning experience, maintaining a positive outlook even in tough times, and staying true to fundamental values, we can chart a path to success that is both rewarding and impactful. His insights encourage us to dream big, take risks, and view each setback as a stepping stone to something greater. Reflecting on these lessons, think about how you can apply them to your own life. Are you willing to dream big, even if it seems impossible? Can you find the courage to keep going in the face of rejection or failure? How can you create a positive impact in your community or industry? Remember that the power to change your life and the lives of others is in your hands. But wait, this is just the beginning. Want to turn your failures into stepping stones for success? Then don't miss the next video, the untold story of Jack Ma's journey. Don't let this opportunity slip by. Your future starts with a click.